Hi guys, welcome back to the Twilight Princess. And today we're in the Snow Peak ruins. We're finally gonna tackle this place. It's actually quite a nice change of pace compared to some of the other temples we've done. It's a lot less all over the place. I think it's number 2 on my list after Arbitus Grounds. And we're greeted with a Poe as soon as we walk in, which is always nice. And as you can see, ice is going to take a part in some of the puzzles in the place, as you do slip slide all over the place when walking all over it. And the room we just went in there has got a dead end for now, but we'll be back in there later. And we step into the first main room, where we're greeted by Yeto's wife, or girlfriend. And we also get the map straight away, which is a nice change. The place only 3 floors. I don't really know what to say about this place. I mean, it's not something which I can compare to from other games. But in its own right, it is interesting. You know, it's a mansion, not a proper dungeon or cave thingy. And there's actually people we can talk to here, sort of similar to Goron Mines, which again is nice. And the soup at the moment is actually pretty worthless, as we only get 2 hearts from drinking it at this moment. But the soup does get a bit better later on. It becomes actually quite good. And as far as I'm aware, you are able to come back here after the dungeon's over and get more drink, which is quite nice. And we have one of the first sliding puzzle block puzzles here, which again is actually okay. And this ice does freeze you, and I just walked into it like a complete wanker, unfortunately. So as you can guess, we have to push the blocks, or push a block onto a switch. But because this does take some time of slip sliding around and things, I do decide to speed these up for you because it is quite slow. Just the way it just slips all over the shop, just it's quite annoying. And again, you have to take use of the wolf form here, because It's really handy for things like that. And it's also good as well if you have a stuck completely. You can try to if you ever get stuck and you really don't know where to go, then switch to a dog is usually the best option. I completely lost my train of thought there, sorry, but these dudes in here, it doesn't matter if you kill them because they will keep respawning. And it's quite annoying trying to... There we go. See, when we're out here, it's usually best to switch into a dog because as human Link, you just constantly get stuck in the snow and you move incredibly slowly. And it's really, really tedious to actually do. Even if you just step into like one little bit of it, that's it. You'll be walking a mile an hour then. And it takes me a second to actually get out of here. But there's a great big open window to climb in, which bypasses the bit of ice here. And these enemies are really, really annoying to fight. If they touch you, you freeze. If you hit them, they bounce all over the place. And they slide on the ice, so in here is a good example. But I speed it up because, again, fighting on the ice is slow and takes some time. So the second you hit one, they just do this. And they can easily just whack right into you again, and I just lose a hell of a lot of health in this place. It's crazy the way that things damage you for one heart. This usually just constant hits. It's hard to block and dodge. And to get to the chest, we have to defeat some enemies again to open up another door. And these are really annoying. They either throw their spear or they will whack us with it. It's got a very long range, but they're not that strong. But it really, I mean, they're not really armored, but they can really fuck you up. Which isn't too good. And to make a change, we actually don't get any proper items, but what this does is we can give the item to Yato and he will make he will tart up the soup some more. Again, this only tars up the soup a little bit more. It doesn't really, still doesn't really heal you that much. So until the next bit of item we find for it, that's when it really gets to be a lot better than what it was before. And if we came and spoke to her before giving him the thing, she still wouldn't remember. So, but every time we give food to him, if we speak to her, she'll open up a new wing of the mansion to go to. And again, I've sped about here because there's a lot of nothingness for a little bit until I really figure out where I should be going. And again in here we have another room filled with annoying icicle enemies. And they just constantly spinning around the shop. And here we have a new thing, it's a cannonball. So we just want to make sure we take this with us, and easy just to actually photo, just walk around them instead now, and getting quite sick of getting whacked by them and whatnot. But doing that, we put the cannonball in and just chuck a bomb in. And that explosion noise is very similar to the Wind Waker one. Huh. But that's all we get for that. Because you see we'll be using some more bombs, but we have to turn the cannon around. I didn't actually know you could do again until like now. So I was like, oh yeah, you can turn the old cannon around. But the balls you can reuse, which is pretty cool. And just push it on there, just turns it in the right direction. And doing this as well opens up. Oh shit. Yeah, it's a bit finicky. It happened to me a couple of times. I did just trying to put it in the actual cannon. And also by the last video, I know I said being 720p, but when I put the video on to render, it took the estimated time for it was over 2.5 hours, and I couldn't have my computer out of action for that long. And if that would have taken that long to render, it would have taken even longer to upload. So back to 480 for now, so I can figure out some more settings and whatnot. And in here there's more icicles, and because they slide, hitting them with an arrow or even using a claw shot is usually enough, but arrows are a lot more accurate and guaranteed to knock them off. And you'll want to not do that. You just want to walk slowly to avoid running off and falling down and what have you. And those bits with the ice there, you will slide on it. So by there, for example, you don't want to walk straight ahead because you'll just slide off, I think. But I decided not to take a risk. And we get another treasure chest here with some more cash money in there, which is always nice. And we get the compass now. And we can easily just quickly claw shot over here, which isn't really explained as much because all the previous claw shot signs have been red, so it can throw you off. It's crazy how important like colouring and recognition can be if you just don't clock on to that's the claw shot sign. Also, all those red dots on the map, they are the cannonballs, and the compass is nice enough to let us know that there was a treasure chest buried here. And in here we get a nice small key to start using. And yeah, well, we need to wait for me to find out where I need to go, which is through here because you've got the small key, and I just don't understand. At the time, I just completely forgot that this door was locked. I was like, oh yeah, I can go through here now. And I also forget, I just forget here that to actually put the ball in, you have to pull down the switch. And you can just drop it in. Personally, I think it's quite annoying the fact that you can't pull it back up from this side. And if you try and go up here, like what I do now, you will get frozen, which you don't want that to happen. And here, as you can see, it just take ages walking through the bloody snow. But you want to drop the ball in and push it around here because we can kill that ice breathing monster for now. Also, I cut out where I put the ball back in and shoot the wall behind because there's a treasure chest there, and it's a complete waste of time. There's only 5 bombs, so I cut that out because it took a while, and unless it's something worthwhile, then there's no point. But we can take this guy down because he deserves it for trying to freeze us all the time. And every time you kill those dudes, they spawn these other annoying dudes. Ooh, and I get some nice couple of frags on them. Then it's alright. And this is the well, I should say, but walk forward and you shall see what this place is about. And this is the mini boss. He's a lot easier than the previous bosses, but he can hit you really hard if he hits you. I think it's about 3 hearts, similar to the Dark Nuts from Ocarina of Time. So all you want to do is just this, and wait for him to swing. Doing that means you can get behind him then and give him a few things. Because as usual, the weak spot is always behind the massive exposed thing. And for some reason I don't understand why I only managed to hit the armor, but I cock up there, so that was quite annoying. And I timed this wrong here, so this is where I get hurt. Yeah, it takes a good few hearts. Oh, I might actually die here. Gotta be careful. But even doing it that way is fair enough to just sort of wrap a roll around, but as long as you give yourself space, then you're fine. And again, he's really quickly taken down. I don't think I would even really class that as a mini boss fight in all fairness, but he's got a big weapon. And now we get one of the strangest items in the game, I think. Personally, it just baffles me. And the way it just shrinks as well is fantastic. Basically, this weapon hits really hard, but it's slow. It's got a decent range on it, and if we do that, we are quite defended from enemies trying to melee us from up close, which is pretty cool. And I go the wrong way? No, I don't, I'm fine. But in here we get to put it to good use. We can destroy these suits of armor. They just shatter and a thing falls out. What's his name? And it's actually nice enough to drop 100 rupees for that. I couldn't believe it at the time. I was like, okay, I want another one of those to happen. And we can now use it to take down all these stupid ice walls. And we get some more bloody food. And I've just cut back to the room because nothing interesting happens on the way there. So there you go. Doing it like that is quite weak until you actually throw it, but doing this now as well means at some point the other side will be blocked off from what we do, so we got full access nearly everywhere now with this, which is pretty cool. So we're trying to talk to Yetta now. So yeah, she can't remember until we give the cheese to Matey. So and when we give the cheese to him as well, it's sort of like the last ingredient for his soup, and it's basically parallel with a fairy, 8 hearts, which is quite nice. And we get the return of Uku again. Again, she's. Well, it still isn't getting used. So yeah, we can just teleport out again if we need to. But this place really doesn't really have any need for it. Just because of how simple it is. It could be anywhere really quickly now. But I practically needed to use my fairy anyway because I was on death's door, so I thought I'll scoop up some of the older soup just to show you what it's like. And for some reason I found whenever that happened to be really hilarious, the way it just knocks him over for his cheese. And we're reaching the end of the video, dudes. So I will scoop up some of this soup and I will see you guys next time.